my cold open to join the Daybreak Games team, specifically Rogue Planet Games, PlanetSide 2. I just went over my reaction and my ultimate pitch for being the executive producer of PlanetSide 2. I didn't go over specifics like what I would do, because ultimately that would all, if I were to enter into that position, I would first need to talk to my supervisor, my new boss, to figure out what their vision and intent was, and then talk to the team, meet them to make sure that I understand the environment that I'm in before I decide to insert here, make decision there, X, Y, and Z. And I've, that to me is the lesson, many lessons I've learned in being in an officership roles of the military, where you seek first to understand, get a load of where you are, what is expected of you, and then you can act. So that's that. Here, this one I'm going to be talking about the community manager role, of which I've applied, I think maybe 4 or 5 times. Each time it is opened via LinkedIn. It is open yet again, and I submitted maybe 3 or 4 weeks back. I received an email rather quickly saying that they were proceeding with other candidates, and I'm not sure whether or not that was some sort of, misclick on their end, that they didn't understand, or their system wasn't quite receiving things properly, or whether or not a human really did look at my resume and then decide this person isn't the right fit. And that, either way, I would like to say that is not the case here. I've been in a community manager equivalent position for, I don't know, almost 7 years now, I guess you could say, 5 years, to including both PlanetSide battles and server smash leadership, to the more behind the scenes role, working with Lou Perza, Radar X, and other community managers and executive producers like Andy Seitz and David Carey. So at that point, it's just a matter of, what is it that you believe that I don't possess, that my material experience has already demonstrated? At the height of our power, we were churning out weekly 244 v 244 games for Server Smash, and then we also churned out Record Smash, which we still hold the title, the Guinness World Record today. So I most definitely meet the intent of community manager. So what is it that you believe you need that you don't see from resumes such as myself and others? So I know Mithril has been fulfilling the position, but as I noticed, I think I've interpreted properly that in the past 8 or 9 months, that Mithril has transitioned to more of the communications role and away from community manager. He's still active on the forums, the PS2 forums. Other than that, though, there is no true community manager by action. So we don't have someone liaising with the outfits. We don't have someone who is discussing the different events that need to happen with PlanetSide battles and other organizations like that. And as such, PlanetSide 2 is suffering. And with the current unfulfilled roles of Andy Seitz, executive producer, and Rel, lead game designer, the game is starting to slump, and you can start seeing it first in the servers that have the least population, of which Connery is one of them. I play Connery, and I've noticed that, as the other players have, that you can start to see a real decrement of activity to the point where we rarely have alerts anymore. So the community manager's role is to invigorate the community in such a way that we have a vibrant player base. That is hand in hand with the developers who create a game that players want to play, but you also have a community manager who invigorates, motivates, and promotes player sportsmanship, player participation in a way that motivates the player base. So, community manager is, I've been very interested in this position for quite some time as well. The salary range is 70 to 80,000, is not unreasonable for my own salary expectations. Community manager is the liaison and communication arm between the player base and studio. No problem. I've been functioning as that for a number of years, as when I was on the executive board for PlanetSide Battles. As part of the communication team at Daybreak Games HQ, this role will report to the Director of Global Communications. I believe that role is still unfilled. The previous person, Joy, who left, I don't believe anyone has filled that position since. So that's probably what we were seeing when Mithril joined that role. Didn't have what I would consider to be clear guidance and expectations. So Mithril did the very best he could to figure out what he could do to help the role and fill the job expectations. Going into the role, I would know exactly what I need to do. I've given a number of podcast talks on this in previous years, and yeah. So gathering information and community feedback, easy peasy, not a problem at all. There are many places that you go to do this, other than Discord, Reddit, forums. In game itself, so playing in the game, you'll get quite a bit of feedback. Providing reports on community trends and sentiment, that's not hard to do. You really just need to get a volunteer base of players who are very ready, willing, and able to do this with you, to put together the surveys needed, to start calculating, pivot tables and trend analyses. It's simple. Providing players with an authentic, trusted point of contact. That's someone who needs to be there. You need to be doing what I'm doing right now, but for the game. And it's bothered me for quite some time, because Luperza used to do this all the time. She did this, in my opinion, most successfully. She was that trusted point of contact. She would do the Friday nights with the dev team. She would do the hosting of other players. That's one of the ways that Server Smash and Layers PlanetSide Battles came to be successful, was because we had a good relationship with Luperza, and she gave us, and Derringer of Community Clash fame, opportunities to help the community on our own time, on our own dime. So being that trusted point of contact means engaging the community where the community is, talking to them, hearing their feedback, of which a lot of it, so much salty feedback out there. But as the community manager, you have to own it. You cannot avoid it. Not if you want to be an authentic point of contact. You're going to have to take it and then respond to it and ingest that in a positive way. Respond to their questions and provide solutions wherever possible. Absolutely. Provide relevant and timely input on community and development strategies. So that would be inputting and being a relevant factor in the daily scrums of the dev team, making sure that you're providing them those community trends and sentiments as it relates to the strategies that you're hearing in those daily scrums in the morning or afternoon or whenever they're had. Crafting and publishing articles. As I mentioned, while Rel was creating better gaming YouTube videos, I was publishing and crafting articles, of which I have over 40 of them penned for PlanetSide 2, mostly MMO games, Gamersphere, and other places like that. Forum posts, patch notes, Mithril does that quite a bit already, so I would continue that. And other forms of regular communication, Discord, Twitter, Reddit. Those are the places where the community congregates. And other than live, you'd be on live, talking to them there. Working effectively with brand PR CS, Dev, and other partners to create coordinated messaging. It's a simple thing. It is a simple thing. If you are plugged into the daily goings-ons of PlanetSide 2 and Rogue Planet Games, you can coordinate that, no problem. Planning and running contests. So many missed opportunities there. Every day, you could be doing that. Every other day, you could be doing that. Once a week, you could be doing that. Promotions, live events. The PlanetSide 2 Twitch stream is so underutilized. It's criminal. Do you know how many eyeballs you're not getting that you could be getting? It's just give me numbers. Gimme. You're leaving money on the table. External community platforms. I've been inextricably involved in that with Sites when he was here. So I don't know. The game would need to improve in other areas before I would go to the likes of, MLG or ESL, Electronic Sports League, other platforms that could offer value to the game. Planning and coordinating dev live streams and videos. Leaving money on the table. That should be done frequently and often. Guest on stream. Twitch has a new, not even a new, what's it called? Twitch has a guest on stream function. I don't see it here. Wait. What's it called? Start guest star. You click that button, people can join, I don't know, like an RMTP server, and then you can host them right now if you wanted to. Leaving money on the table. Advising junior team members. So that would just be, giving them the benefit of your experience, showing them what you know. Best practice and procedures. I've been involved in that for 13 years now. Well, yeah. The game opened in sometime in 2012. I think it was mid 2012. So yeah, 13 years. Represent the community team in Daybreak Games and its products in a positive, professional manner, internally and externally. I do that all the time, even though I'm not even paid to be that role. I believe in the game. I enjoy the game. There's still life left in this game. There are a lot of negative ways that you have to surf because of where the game is. But as the community manager, you have to, where is it? You have to own that. You have to own that role authentically. And it's not difficult if you know what the community is and what they're after. So many of them are the way they are because they care about the game and they're disappointed with where it is. So my job as community manager is to embody that disappointment and then distill it in a way that is value added to the dev team, something that they can action or choose not to action. But at the very least, they would have the information and the trends to do so. Fostering and maintaining positive relationships with the community organizations, fan sites, and media. There's so many that could be, and I believe to some extent Mithril has been doing this, but I haven't heard lately that he has. You're talking like PS2 alerts. Who is Maelstrom? Who is Varunda? Who are these people who, in their own time and effort, maintain community organizations? Who is Reltor? These are the people that you need to know to have positive relationship with community organizations. Fisu, PS2 alerts, PlanetSide battles, and many others. PS2 wiki. If you are in the business of maintaining and fostering positive relationships with community organizations, you would know who I'm talking about, or you need to know who they are in a hurry. Social media planning and engagement. Mithril has been doing this, in my opinion, quite well. I mentioned this is one of the things I gave him credit for in my own podcast about community management. Was he's been churning out Twitter posts, forum posts, that sort of thing, and he's been churning out, give me your best picture for X or Y. What's your favorite vehicle? one that I responded to with my pink tank Vanguard. But in my opinion, he's been effective in that. Maintain a social media calendar, daily, weekly posts. The calendar is something that I would want to iterate on immediately so that the community knows where we are. You still have franchise content creators like Sirius and Zealous, people who are almost exclusively PlanetSide 2. That is a gift. That is a gift. And as community manager, I would need to be nurturing that gift to be successful. Drive meaningful community engagement on all platforms. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Just be involved. Assisting with cross-studio community needs for all Daybreak Games products. So like EverQuest, the DCUO. That's no problem. Knowledge of Hootsuite. Yep. Agora Pulse. Yep. Other research tools. Simple. Excel, Outlook, Word. Yep. PowerPoint, Photoshop, Dreamweaver. I don't really know Dreamweaver. I haven't used Dreamweaver in a long time. In a number of years. But Photoshop, yeah. I use GIMP and PowerPoint. Content resolution, matrix practices. Yeah. 4+ years of community management experience. Yes. Bachelor's degree. I have a master's now. And communications, journalism, English literature. I don't have a master's in those. But no problem. Strong organizational and project management skills. I am a PMP certified now. So no issue. React quickly to changing situations. Yes. Written and verbal communication skills. Absolutely. And even have, Grammarly to help me out with that in cases where I overlook things. Initiative and enthusiasm and passion. Most definitely. And I can back that passion up with real world expertise. Balance multiple priorities. Do it every day for my own job. In-depth knowledge of Daybreak and its studios. Yes. I have that to the nth degree. So, yes. Community manager role. I have what it takes. Other people have what it takes. So it really fails to escape me. I mean, it really just, it blows my mind. Why is this position unfulfilled? Is it the lack of people? It can't be, because I'm one of the people who apply to it and I get a denial. So either the recruiter who's screening these resumes doesn't understand or is given parameters that just don't facilitate experienced, relevant people. Like, you're screening out people who shouldn't be screened out. Why? I applied for this job maybe 3-4 weeks ago. Why was I given a same-day email saying that we're going with other candidates? What other candidates? So this is where I'm frustrated, because I see this position open time and time again. If you're opening it time and time again, you don't have the right person in the job. And if you know that because you keep on reopening it, why aren't you calling me back? Why aren't you calling other people like me back? So, all of these things, ambitious, creative, passionate, absolutely to yes, all three. So, please take a look at resumes such as mine and consider them beyond the parameters that you're given, because clearly the parameters that you're given don't facilitate the person that you're looking for in that job. I'm interested in joining this team, and I want to join this team. So, before my life circumstances change to the point of no return, to where I'm unable to accept a job offer for a community manager or executive producer or project manager,